You're listening to Tawera Radio and Tawera TV, where facts count. Facts count. Facts count.
You are on Tawera Radio, Tawera TV. Johnson Sengendo. Here I am. I'm with my sister, a creative, a developmental, a trainer. Is going to introduce her names, and today we are just going to discuss many things as far as social media, trainings, and other business issues are concerned. I'm here in Abu Dhabi. As you know that we always move to different people who are so developmental, they have ideas and they can help others to get to know what their potential are. So my sister, I know you do many things, but we are going to start one by one.
Okay.
And I would love to introduce your names.
Okay. I like how he says my names because I have a few of them.
Yes.
So my name is Mamet. My middle name is Ama.
Yes.
My maiden name is Manson. And my marital name is Amphobrobe. So you will see people call me all sorts of combinations depending on where they know me.
Yes.
The Ama Manson brand is me, and it's mine. The Mamet Amphobrobe is also me. That's my official legal name.
What is your home country?
I am Ghanaian.
Ghanaian.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I've met this wonderful lady. He's so creative, and I think whoever going to watch this video, you are going to be so touched. And I think and I request you people who are viewing this video to just calm down, because this video is so wonderful, and this lady is doing many things. We are going to start with printer services.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, so I do have a souvenir company.
Yes.
That's how we like to describe it. Anything to do with branding and souvenirs, we do. The only thing we can't help you with is if you want to print on a needle. That one we haven't got it yet.
Yes.
But in terms of pens, pencils, magnets, t-shirts, whatever, stress balls, anything that you print on to give to people or to mark an occasion, we do in our souvenir company. And you are sitting right here in our printing press.
Yes, I'm going to show you whatever she's doing, and you are going to see and you are going to understand that this is really a creative and energetic lady. Now, when we talk about the printer,
Yes.
what exactly, some people, they don't understand printer. You can explain more about that. What is it all about?
So it was one of the things I started doing because I know, especially with us Africans, we attend school for 2 minutes and we are too good for doing anything creative. So a lot of people are like, it's for the uneducated. I wanted to actually show how you could be very educated and bring your education and creativity to make produce which is not technically associated with formal education.
Exactly.
So we have our own special brand of printing that is so tactical and so technical. Very few people can say they do so. Yes. We don't screen print, but we can print and make it very close to screen print. The advantage is that we don't have the smell of the screen print. Yeah. You get the same clarity without the smell. We don't cut and paste like most of the other printers do. Yeah. You give them a picture, they print something this thick and they whack it on the t-shirt for you. No, we don't. You've seen some of our products. Our products are actually almost printed on the fabric. There is very little distinction between what is embossed on the fabric and the fabric itself. And all these things actually come from research and refining a technique and making something which is available in the mainframe unique to you. You have to stamp your identity on things. So that's why we started it. I wanted to do it as a women in industry project.
Yes.
When we first started it, it was me. I man all the machines here. I do them, and I still go off and do all the other things I do as well.
Yes.
So that point was just to show that women can, when you turn a machine on, it doesn't check whether you are a man or a woman.
Exactly.
The machine will turn on.
Yeah, exactly.
If you sit behind a computer to design something, the computer does not check whether you are male or female. Yeah, exactly. You can still work it.
Exactly.
Yeah. When you want to produce, you can be female. My children can actually run most of these machines too.
That's good.
So that's what it is. I wanted to start something which was a legacy for us, and also to show what individuals can do if you want to try.
Okay. Now, may I ask you one question? Like, if I have a company,
Yes.
or I'm going to start a company,
Yes.
and maybe I don't have a logo.
Yes.
Are you in a position to design for me a logo?
Absolutely. We will make the logo for you. We'll make your T-shirts for you. We'll design your pens, pencils, your magnets, anything. Your hoodies. You want us to print for you to stick on your doors? No problem.
Okay. I request Ugandans. I know the community for Ugandans in Abu Dhabi, Ismail Sebgwao. This is the lady who is gonna help us to print the jersey for our teams, the T-shirts for our communities. You will contact her. She will help you to design whatever you want for our community. Like T-shirts, we always need T-shirts for our like jerseys for footballers, and this is a good initiative. It's just near within Abu Dhabi. Now, when we talk about printer, we are done. Anything else about printer? Because we have much to say and we have much to talk in few hours or in few seconds. Now, if someone wants to start such a business, because you are such a great lady who wishes others to get to the same pace you want. So, if someone wants to start this business, what do you advise him or her to start with?
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is learn. So I started a course, it's called People in Printing. At first, it used to be a live course, but I've realized that most people actually benefit better when it's recorded and you can replay it again and again. So it's coming in the next 6 weeks or so. It's called People in Printing. That course walks you through the machines you will need. It will talk you through the programs you will need. It will show you some cheat programs that make very complicated things very simple. I remember when I first started, I had to learn Photoshop and AI. These days, you don't. There are many places you can go to without a lot of graphic design experience, and you can do these things. So the course takes you through all those things. It talks you through the various printing techniques. And then depending on where you live and the kind of outcomes you want to achieve, you select your technique. And we always invite you to look at the technique and to modify the technique a little bit and personalize it to you so that nobody else is able to make things exactly the way you do. I've seen people take my designs and they attempt to print.
Yes.
And then when people reproduce my things, they don't get the same. I've actually had somebody come to my inbox and she says, look, I need to tell you the truth. I was trying to mimic. I got the design and I was trying to mimic it, but it's not turning up the same way. That's the thing. You have to be so unique that people can't steal from you.
Exactly.
As for the ideas, it's around. If you are lazy and you want to take general ideas and you do, people will steal from you easily because it's easy. But if you are willing to invest a little bit in yourself and to develop things and change things a little bit, then you are the owner of the blueprint. No, you can't take my thing and copy easily.
Exactly. Now, if let's go about talk about the money.
Okay.
Like if I'm told I want to print, to design, and print. One, we start with logo.
Yes.
If you want to design, you design for me a logo. What does it cost?
A logo. Again, it depends on what it is you are looking for. If all you want to do is design a logo, you will be charged for that service. If you were making a logo and using it to design 5,000 T-shirts, you might end up with the logo design free. Because it's absorbed in with the volume you are ordering. Exactly. So again, with printing, it's always based on volume. If you want me to write your wife's name on one T-shirt, it's going to be expensive. Because it will still take the same amount of time to write your wife's name to make one T-shirt as it would have been if I was printing 50 T-shirts. Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, so if we are using it for many T-shirts, then the time taken divided by many, the cost becomes very, very reduced.
Exactly.
If you want to make a few, and you have to think about the project holistically. Printing is based on what it is you are looking for. So come talk to me. Hey, I'd like a logo only. Okay, I'll tell you how logos can be made.
Okay. Now, like I know here in Abu Dhabi, Ugandans, they have football teams, like 4 teams. Now, like 10 teams. Now, if at all one team wants to print your they bring the t-shirts, and they want to put the logo and the number behind it, and maybe a logo here. What is the estimate?
Of course, that's also acceptable, again, depending on the size of the logo. Depends on how many words you are printing. Is it one color? So it's difficult with printing to give you, hey, it's 50 dirhams. One person, yours, for example, is a simple 2-color design. Just blue and there's a goldish color. Of course, it's not going to be the same as when you do in the national colors with 4 different threads.
Understand.
This one, there's nothing going around it. Some of the logos are intricate and complicated. So it really depends on the amount of thread that will be used to embroider. It depends on, so come talk to me with what you are after.
I've understood. It depends on what you want. If maybe you need many logos here and behind the numbers, so the money will be different. It is understandable. Now, let's talk about, oh my God. You see, this place, it is like an institute where you can go. There is a side for people who can learn computer, and the other side for who can learn maybe animal husbandry, and the other one, everything is here. So now I'm starting. I don't know where to start from. I don't know where to go. But right now, you see this place, it is a training center.
Yes, it is.
It is a training center.
Well, hello everyone. How you doing? Trust you good. It's wonderful to have you here in my simple studio, and I like to demonstrate how you can use small spaces to do incredible things. The room I'm sat in is about 4 or 5 different things, and this simple table, what would have been a desk for most people, is actually my whole studio. This is where all the magic happens. The training, the content creation, and all of it happens right here from a simple desk. That's it.
Now let's talk about the media aspect.
Yes, sir.
I understand you are a trainer for people to how to get money via social media, via different platforms. Now let's start with if I have a platform. How can I benefit in my platform and Facebook page? Okay,
so Facebook in particular, it depends on where you live. There are some countries where Facebook allow you to monetize. And even if Facebook doesn't allow you to monetize, it's not the end of the world. You might want to look at YouTube and then bring your YouTube links. You guys see it on Facebook all the time. You go to people's Facebook pages, but they've posted YouTube links. Yeah, that is trying to get you on their Facebook page to watch what they have on their YouTube page so they can make money on YouTube. So Facebook is being used to promote the YouTube where the money is being made. There are lots of strategies you can use. But the bottom line is this. For us Africans in particular, we don't have money. We don't have the kind of money which will build factories. Most of us don't have the kind of money to even buy one machine to make anything. And so social media is something I'm really passionate about because any ordinary person can create simple content. For some people, it's eating. For some people, it's going about your normal life and showing it. For some people who can teach and educate, they do. Some people are comedians, they entertain. Some people sing. It really doesn't matter what you do. But as long as you have something to do, that could interest a group of people. And this group of people could be nurtured to stay on your page and watch your content. They have certain limits on certain numbers that as long as you get your people to those numbers, you are qualified to monetize if you are not creating content that violates their community standards. Of course, you cannot come naked and run around Facebook just to get viewers and expect to be monetized. You can't. There are some things that you know are not morally upstanding, and the community standards tend to borrow from morality. So nudity and a few of these things, when you do them, they will restrict you, and so they will not monetize even though you have a lot of people. But if you are an ordinary, upstanding, self-respecting person and you create content which is above board, once you get to the numbers that they've asked you to get to, you can apply and they will monetize for you. And that's where the magic starts. Every time you saw some of my numbers this morning,
when I think about that one, I feel like, God. Anyway, how can, if at all, what should I maybe if I'm just starting a platform,
Yes.
and maybe I've got the required number, where should I start from?
Okay, so again, this is what I say to people. Before you get started on anything, you need to educate yourself. Otherwise, you will end up running around making a lot of mistakes. When I saw the numbers on your page, I'm like, "Ooh, Johnson is making a lot of money." Do you know what I mean? Johnson's making a lot of money. You don't want to end up with large numbers before somebody tells you what to do. It's better when you are starting to actually go and learn.
Exactly.
To learn the strategy.
Yes.
I will show you the platform. You saw the Facebook platform I showed you. It's Facebook, but it's not the Facebook people watch. That's for creators. There's a specific place for creators to watch your things and to monitor what's going on. You need to learn how to do this. It's a tactical strategy.
Yeah.
I know you are creative, and it's your creativity which will bring the numbers to the platform, but knowledge is what will help you make the most out of the people who come to your platform and the time they spend watching you. So you could end up entertaining people for free, which is what we've been doing for centuries. Or you could learn the strategy. And so I have put together a few courses.
Yes.
The one I was showing you is called Ultimate Content Creator. It's everything you possibly could need to get started. It starts you through the content creation whole thing. It teaches you the strategy, and then it goes through how to create the content and make content that is likely to attract the people you want.
Yes.
I talk about various niches. Obviously, if you're looking for, say, professional nurses to come to your platform, the way you will create your content is not the same as if you're looking for single boys and girls.
Exactly.
Why would you want to find professional nurses? Because those guys are working. They have the money to buy your services.
Yes.
Single boys and girls in their 20s probably will come in their numbers to your page, but they can't buy jack.
Exactly.
So if you intend to sell, it makes no sense for you to position to attract young children who don't have the resources and haven't got the decision-making power to come on your platform. I position myself for middle-income, middle-aged people, those who are able to afford my services and can see value in them.
Okay. Now, you do training or online. What other trainings do you offer?
So I do live training where you register. I send you the Zoom links or to whatever platform I'm using, and you join me live and I teach you live. But also now, especially with a lot of us, I've worked with so many of us now, I realize that most of us don't process information that quickly. Most of us need time.
Yes.
They listen to it 10 times. They come back, rewind, and play it. So I also have the asynchronous provision. In the asynchronous provision, I record the sessions in advance. Some of them are actually recorded from live sessions.
Yes.
So when you watch it, you see me with the students, you hear other students' questions, and often they ask questions that you
mean when you are teaching live, those people can ask questions and you respond?
And I respond and I record. So when you come back, I showed you one, but I'll play it again for you. When you come back and you are watching that recorded video, it still feels like you are live. Because the teacher is speaking, people are asking questions, I stop and I interact. So I found that model works really well for us. One, it gives you the live feeling, which we are all addicted to.
Exactly.
But it also allows you to be able to replay, rewind, go back a few times until you get it. Because a lot of us need that. So I offer both. These days, I'm siding towards more of the synchronized recording, but presented as an asynchronous session.
Okay. Now, Ugandans and even the other countrymen, different people from different countries, please, this is an initiative whereby you can just sit in your room, you get your computer, and you get your phone, and you can learn many things via online. And the second thing I can ask you, now, apart from training, do you do some documentation, as in people can buy documents and read, as in what can I say, documentation?
I do. So most of my courses has a workbook. So there's a workbook for you to document yourself as you go along. I do journals.
Yes.
If we could you please pass me that one so I can show you a classic example. So this is my planner. This is your whole year. Or 10. depending on how big you write.
Yes.
I've taken the whole year thing off, so you can keep this for 10 years if you so wish. And you can record all the things you are doing. And it asks you simple questions like, what goals are you going to accomplish today? So you list the things.
Yes.
The second thing says today's vital learning. So the things you have learned. Today, I learned you can make money on Facebook.
Action points.
My action point is to go and find a course that will teach me. So you see, the whole way it's structured makes you think and it makes you plan. And when you are actually successful, it says major successes. And as you record your successes, you begin to get empowered. You realize that you can do stuff. You build yourself as you go along. And very special with this planner is that there is a page. And those of you who are joining me today for my planning course, I'm going to fill that page in with you.
Yes.
It has January to December.
Yes.
And I teach people how the plans in January feed into what you do in February, feed into what you do. So it's actually synchronized. It's not, oh, I'll buy a book in January. Yeah, I'll make video in February.
Yes.
Oh, I will recruit people in March. No, not really. I will buy the system in January.
Yes.
I will learn how to use the system in February.
Yes.
I will start using the system in March. I will review the system in April. I will improve the system in May. And it's actually structured so that it connects and it loops. And in the end, everything you do is connected. You can do it with personal stuff, professional stuff, and link it all together. So when you look in this page, that's your whole year.
Your whole year plan.
And every month, you go to the year page and you pull the monthly goals. You document. Then after that, you have books you need to read.
Yes.
You have tasks for development, and you have skills you need to learn. Because sometimes when you plan, you need, say, you need to do graphic design, but you don't know graphic design. So that will come here, skills to learn.
Skills to learn.
So you know that in February, you need to get yourself on a graphic designing course and learn how to graphic design. And then you come to the dailies. So this is one of the things that has changed the game for me and a lot of people I work with.
This is so wonderful.
You've seen my version on my desk.
This is so wonderful. My friends, this is a big booklet.
But this is the big version. I also have the A5 one, half of this one. So it can fit into your handbag.
Okay. Now, as we conclude, I know people out there, they are on social media, they do different things, but they are not in line with making money.
Yes.
Now, which advice, general advice, can you give to the social media personnel?
Right. So somebody said this to me a few years ago. It actually almost made me cry.
Yes.
She says that there are two groups of people on social media.
Yes.
They are the ones who know what they are doing, they are moving and they are shaking. And then there are the fools who support them to make it happen. And at the time when I thought about it, I was one of the fools. I could not believe it. But she was so blunt.
Yeah. Exactly.
People who are doing stuff and know what they are doing. And then there are the fools who are accessories and help them to get there whilst we cheer them on and don't even look to do anything for us. If you're going to be on social media, if you're going to spend your time there, you have at least two things that you should be doing. One, you should learn. And two, you should earn.
Yes.
You learn first before you earn.
Exactly.
You cannot earn without learning. So you go to social media. Anne Kansime is one of my icons. I've never spoken to Anne before. She doesn't know I exist. I have exercise books. I showed you my blueprint.
Yes.
There are pages and pages of Anne Kansime in there. You know what I used to do? I watched every video Anne put out. I watched where she plays her music. And I'm like, for how long? Why is she not playing the music for 10 minutes? Then I went to research and I realized you can only play the music for a certain amount of time before people get bored. Exactly. So you play the music for a little bit and then you start the show. Yes. And then in the middle of it, you take a break. Most of that strategy, my YouTube strategy, was actually learned from watching Kansime. So yes, I was watching Kansime like the rest of you were watching Kansime, but I was not laughing like the rest of you were laughing. I was writing. Yes. I was learning. I was stealing ideas and going to personalize them for me. There are so many people I have learned strategy from on social media, but I've never even spoken to them. And that's how to learn for free. If you don't have money, if you start in the early days, you have to be willing to put in the time. You need to identify places where people actually input into you. You need to be clear of what you want to learn, and you find the places where you can learn, and you go there. But yeah, I highly recommend. This social media is the best chance a lot of us Africans have to break free financially. You don't need a lot of money to start a factory. You don't need to do a lot of things to go. All it takes usually is a little bit of learning and the skills and talents we already have. Most of us are so skilled and so talented in so many different ways. We can monetize it if we learn how to do it. That's all that remains, learning how to monetize what it is you have. And yeah, you want to be doing it on social media. So please earn, learn and earn. Don't waste your time on here.
Lastly, if someone wants to do some trainings, maybe someone is a teacher, is having a knowledge and you want to train online, what are the equipments needed?
The equipment is so easy these days, a phone. That's it.
Equipments
I mean, you can make it complicated if you want, but you don't have to. Actually, those of you who are watching me on my phone. I've ignored all the other equipment and I am on my phone.
If I want to be professional,
you can actually do professional on your phone. There are applications and places that you can go to, and you can actually have a studio production on your phone. It's become that crazy. Obviously, after you've gone past that, if you want to get fancy, yes, now I do have a studio and I have a lot of funny lights and whatnot, but you don't have to. You can do a lot of the production now simply on your phone. Start from there. What you probably need to do is also find out how to get the ideas in your head in an organized way so that other people watching you can follow. And that's where most of us fall down.
Exactly.
We know a lot of things, but we are all over the place because we don't write our scripts. We think that we turn the camera on and we will be able to talk sensibly on our own. But then once you turn the camera on, your mind goes blank. You have to write, you have to script, you have to plan, so you know exactly what I'm going to say. Okay, when I come on, I'll tell them the advantages of doing this. After that, I'll give them examples. After that, we have to be a little bit more strategic. Most of us don't plan. And that's why a lot of us fail. If you don't plan, well, you plan to fail, really.
Now, if someone wants to reach you, how can those people reach out?
Okay. One of the easiest places to find me is to turn up on my main page in the inbox and send me a message. It's Ama, A-M-A, M-A-N-S-O-N 1 on Facebook.
Repeat again.
A-M-A, M-A-N-S-O-N 1. Ama Manson 1 on Facebook. You will see my picture on inbox me on that page, you will reach me. Those of you who want to go check my academies out, you can go to moneyamaacademy.com. It's a brand new one which is just about to launch. Moneyama.com is also one of my domains, but for learning, the place you want to visit is moneyamaacademy.com. When you go there, click on the offerings. I am offering you now free webinars. You can click on the free webinar, sign up on the webinar, go watch what this whole content creation thing is about. What is she talking about here? How do people make money from Facebook? Some of the simple things are explained there. Those of you who want to take it further, I will recommend you sign up to the Ultimate Content Creator. You go check it out. When you finish Ultimate Content Creator, you will be very proficient in going. You should have started your platform even before the course finishes. And then after that, we are improving, refining, and getting you monetized so you can earn.
Okay.
Very simple.
Okay. Thank you so much. This is my friend, my sister. Our viewers, Tawira TV today, I've just visited one of the impressive place whereby this lady is doing many things. I'm so wondering, I'm so excited. So contact her, you'll be trained, you'll get knowledge. I know you are there, you're having pages and they are not making money. Please contact her. She will help you, she will train you, and you improve your financial status. Johnson Sengendo, Tawira TV, I say bye-bye. God bless you. Thank you so much.
You're listening to Tawira Radio and Tawira TV, where facts count. Facts count. Facts count.